Member for Saanich North and Islands.
Yeah, thank you, Mr. Speaker. As we continue to talk about this unfolding healthcare crisis in British Columbia, it would be nice to see this BC NDP government proactively working on another growing emergency, the climate emergency. Last summer, climate disasters brought an unprecedented heat dome, a devastating wildfire that entirely destroyed the town of Lytton, and a record-setting wildfire season darkening the skies of our province for months, Mr. Speaker. A recent study examining 20 years of health data in Canada found that people who live near wildfires for the past decade were more likely to develop brain tumors and lung cancer. The worst 3 fire seasons on record in BC have occurred in the last decade. Last summer, over 867,000 hectares of our province burned. Wildfire smoke contains hundreds of dangerous particles, gases, and chemicals, including carbon monoxide, carbon dioxide, nitrogen oxides. Anyone who's been exposed to wildfire smoke, even hundreds of kilometers away from the source, will know how unbearable air quality is and how difficult it is to breathe. Mr. Speaker, through you, Honourable Speaker, to the Minister of Public Safety, in 3 of the 5 summers that he has been the minister, wildfire smoke has choked out our communities. What specific actions has his government taken to protect British Columbians from poor air quality?
Government House Leader.
Thank you, Honourable Speaker. There's a number of initiatives that have been underway every fire season. One, to ensure that we're prepared as proactively as possibly, whether it's through the fire service, which is under the jurisdiction of the Minister of Forests, through EMBC by ensuring that we've got the emergency social and health supports in place in communities where people are evacuated to. Overall, Honourable Speaker, it is also ensuring that we have a climate action plan that is able to deal with the changing climate here in British Columbia, and we will continue to do the work. And part of that is, of course, is related to the overhaul of the Emergency Program Act that is currently underway.
Member for Saanich North and Islands, supplemental.
As I suspected, Mr. Speaker, that our government is doing nothing to protect the air the workers are breathing from the impacts of wildfires. Today we're celebrating the agricultural industry. People who work outside, Mr. Speaker, in the wildfire smoke. We're seeing other jurisdictions, though, take action, proactive measures. Oregon Occupational Safety and Health created rules to protect workers from the impact of climate disasters, like heat waves, like wildfire smoke. They mandated heat protections like paid breaks, drinking water, a heat illness prevention plan, and access to shade. Wildfire protection measures specifically including N95 masks, which the Minister of Health talked about in estimates having 19 million on hand, and as well medical checks. The BC NDP government likes to think of themselves as the Workers' Party, and yet they've not done anything to protect workers from the impact of climate change. They failed to protect schools, they failed to protect public spaces, and have failed to put plans in place to protect British Columbians from the polluted air, the worst of which comes from these wildfire seasons. My question, Honourable Speaker, is through you to the Premier. He says he is a friend of the worker. What is he doing to protect workers, including teachers, agricultural workers, construction workers, and any other worker that works outside from the poor air quality that we are seeing summer after summer as a result of wildfires?
Minister of Public Safety.
Thank you, Honourable Speaker, and I appreciate the question from the member, and I want to take him that no government takes workers' occupational health and safety more seriously than this side of the House. Whether it's ensuring that we've increased the standards in terms of the removal of asbestos, Honourable Speaker, whether it's ensuring that we have some of the toughest health and safety standards and work-safe standards of any province, any jurisdiction in this country, Honourable Speaker. It's ensuring that when firefighters go out to work that they've got the presumptive cancer security systems in place We've done that. Sometimes the opposition's done that, but all of us in this House have taken that very seriously, Honourable Speaker. At the same time, we ensure that when our fire crews go out on those front lines on the fighting fires, they have the protective equipment that they need. That's always been the case for the fire service, and it will always continue to be the case. So to suggest that is not happening, Honourable Member, is absolutely not true.